Revelation 1844. From the 10th of March 1941. Truth of the seemingly inconceivable chapters. The truth-seeking human being can certainly be instructed, but first subjects everything to a thorough examination before he accepts what is imparted to him. And this is his right, for he has been given the intellect to use it and only then decide what he considers worthy of acceptance. But what he examines must come from a source which seems to guarantee him truth, that is, the will to accept truth must let him draw precisely from this source. Thus, assuming that he will be taught truthfully, he must choose teachers from whom he assumes knowledge, otherwise there can be no question of a desire for truth. However, a person will never want to seek information where he suspects ignorance or untruth. And likewise the human being, if he allows himself to be spiritually instructed, must first be convinced that the teaching powers are both knowledgeable and truthful. They must never doubt that they are in knowledge and only want to transmit the purest truth. Then the commanded will also always be thought through and can now be accepted as spiritual property. And the human being will then also accurately recognize that he stands in truth. Conscious or unconscious deception will then be ruled out, and every doubt must disappear from the heart, even where what is commanded cannot be examined, because the human being can neither be provided with evidence nor can he convince himself as long as he lives on earth. In the latter case it is therefore only commanded to unconditionally accept everything which is imparted to the human being from above, that is by knowing forces. For God himself holds his protective hand over a person desiring the pure truth, and he will not allow him to walk in error as long as he takes the path to the truth about God, no matter how much it may appear to his fellow human beings as if forces were at work which lack knowledge. God does not arbitrarily let messages go to earth if they do not correspond to his will. He also does not allow the ignorant forces access to a person whose will it is to stand in truth, and therefore the human being can also receive with complete certainty the chapters which appear incomprehensible to him without having to fear that even the slightest error has been made. For what would perfection be like if those forces which work on God's behalf were denied love of truth and knowledge? Then access would not be denied to the ignorant forces, and then no credence could be given to the transcripts either. And therefore don't doubt if the Spirit from God expresses itself and gives explanations in a way you cannot fully comprehend, which you can only accept but never prove. The human being can err, but God never errs, and therefore what is conveyed to people from above by invoking God and his strength can never be untrue. Amen.